Good evening, all ladies, gentlemen, and gender fluid peoples. This is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary Fantasy Baseball Talk for Monday, July 25th. It's a beautiful day here in Vancouver, Washington, or the Portland metro area. Really, Oregon in general, probably the entire Pacific Northwest. I haven't done enough research to really, there may be a place over in eastern Washington or eastern Oregon, or definitely probably Idaho, where it's not so nice today. Idaho is kind of the armpit of the Pacific Northwest. We don't really like to claim it much. But we can't deny geography. So it is a science that is geography is kind of the only science that really you can kind of prove. Most science deals in theories and stuff like that, but geography, land is where it is. So, anyways, what do we have to talk about here other than fantasy baseball stuff? Shoot. Yeah, the older I'm really tired. Even though I stayed up till like 1 last night, because now that I don't work, these long 12-hour days where I have to get up at 4 a.m. and then stay up all day, I'm far less exhausted. So I have more energy at night. I can stay up later. So I stayed up till about 1:30 last night and then slept until noon. So I got a lot of sleep. But it's generally days like that where I sleep too much. I always end up really tired. Wow. The sun is right in my eyes. So we're going to turn. That'd be kind of a cool photo if I wasn't recording. I might have to see if I can capture that later. So generally, I'm really tired on days I get too much sleep. But I'm noticing as I get older, I am far less of a morning person. Back when I was younger and going to school, I was a morning person. I used to get up with energy every day and be excited. But now that I'm getting older, it's a lot easier for me to stay up until 4 a.m. and then go to work for a couple hours and then sleep afterwards than it is for me to go to bed and get up and go to work for a couple hours and stay up all day. It's just, I don't know. Much more of a night person these days. Ever since I left the graveyard job, which is over a year now, it's just been a struggle to get up and be alive, awake, and not grumpy at 4 a.m. for work. So, but yeah, I do have to do that. Go back to the work grind tomorrow, 4 a.m. So I am tired. I don't know if I'm gonna stay up, but I did notice I have been a couple of times. I did have stayed up all night and went to work, and I felt so much better. I really did feel better. It's just I don't like doing that because I feel lazy. I don't want to sleep all damn morning. I don't want to sleep away my entire day. It's just but I guess it don't really matter. It's not like I have a social life anyway. I try to have a social life. I wake up every day with optimism that I'm going to have a social life or something. But it never happens. But yeah, I like to have my days open, because it's best when you're traveling, you want to enjoy, you want to, not waste daylight, as they say. So, but also when I'm traveling, I don't have to get up for work at 4 a.m. So it kind of balances out. I can still get up early and all that stuff. Just not 4 a.m. early. What else was I going to say? There's something else I was going to talk about other than my sleep schedule. I just watched Nope. It's really the only movie that's come out this week, which it's kind of a bummer. There really isn't a lot of movies. That's the good thing about the wintertime, springtime, is there's always 2, 3, 4 movies that come out each week. So you can go to the movies. But summertime, there's maybe one a week. So it's you go to the movies once a week. So Nope was the only one that came out this week, other than The Gray Man on Netflix, which I actually liked. Nope was okay. I didn't hate it. It's just another average Jordan Peele film. I'm not trying to be, one of those white guys who hates Jordan Peele movies because it's all, African American or minorities and blah blah blah. That it has nothing to do with the actors. They're all great actors. They did a good job. It's just the stories. The stories are just not good. Like, I feel like I know that Jordan Peele is trying. He's very creative. I'll give him that. He's coming up with some creative ideas and new, fresh ideas, adding some new stuff to the very stale genre of movies. So I'll give him credit for that. I respect him for that. They're just not good stories, though. They're just not good stories. And I feel bad for him because it's like in the horror genre has been dominated by, white people forever, and they've kind of taken all the good stories. But I don't know. Nope was okay. I just thought it could have had a better ending, and I can't really talk about it without spoiling anything, but you should just see it for yourselves. I know a lot of people did watch it this weekend, and but they didn't really say anything. I knew they said I wouldn't watch Nope, but they wouldn't say one way or another was it good or bad. I guess I kind of get it after watching it because I can't really tell if it was good or bad. I'm giving it 3 out of 5, which is kind of middle of the road. I did like the setting, the scene, the acting was good. The cinematically was very beautiful, very well done, very good location setting. So it's a good piece of filmmaking if you're looking at the filmmaking as a nerd would when it comes to film, but as a general movie entertainment factor, which is what most people go to the movies for. Average. I'm gonna say it was average. I did hear back from the person I was potentially going to be living with in Arizona. I think I definitely offended him when I said that I wanted to see I wanted a video tour of the house, and I wanted the address so I could Google map it, Google Earth it. I kind of insinuated that I didn't really trust him because he was someone I met online, and I think I offended him. So he kind of backed off. Originally the room was mine because we had a talk. We talked on the phone. We had really good chemistry. He really thought I'd be a good fit. I was really excited, really happy. But then, of course, I had to go and sabotage a good thing, I guess. So now he may be looking at other candidates. It is what it is. I'm continuing my search for a place in a destination of my choosing to pursue my happiness. So it's just I'm getting a little anxious about it because it's getting towards the end of the month, and my landlord wants a 30-day notice. I was planning on moving in September, so I was really hoping to have a spot locked up. Find out. Ooh, look at that! Kind of a pretty. Not really a sunset because the sunset is behind me, but still pretty. I'm in a cemetery, one of the award-winning cemeteries here in Vancouver, which is right by my house. I decided it was a nice night for a walk. I needed some exercise. I really don't get very much exercise anymore at all, so I needed to get out and do that while I. Before it got too dark, before it got too late. I wanted to film this. I didn't want to film it in the usual spot. I like to switch it up every now and then. So that's what I'm doing. All right, I've rambled on for a good 10 minutes. Let's get to the baseball stuff you tuned in for. 3 hitters to consider adding these over these next 3 days to get a little bit of an advantage. Let's start with Ramon Urias of the Orioles. He is eligible at every infield spot except for first base. So second base, shortstop, third base. And he's one of the hottest hitters in baseball currently. If he keeps hitting like this, Baltimore will have no choice but to keep him in there every day. Or do what they do and probably trade him, because I don't think they're ready to win yet, despite the fact that they are having a semi-successful season. It is getting to the trade deadline. And, in a case like this, and all these other guys I'm about to list as well, a trade will probably only help their situation fantasy-wise. So Ramon Laureano, I know I already talked about him. He's back on this list because I really think that Oakland, the Athletics are going to be major sellers at this deadline. Any veteran talent they have at all is going to be gone. Cole Irvin going to be gone. Ramon Laureano going to be gone. They're all going to be gone. So Ramon Laureano, who still a decent player, probably Oakland doesn't have Chapman or Olsen anymore. So, he's probably the best hitter. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. Maybe Seth Brown. Ramon Laureano is definitely going to be traded to an outfielder needy team, which is only going to help his situation. Ramon Laureano showing a lot more power this year than he normally has in the past. He's normally been known for his speed. Oh, speaking of cemeteries in Vancouver, I discovered the other day that down by the fort and down by downtown and the historic district, that there is a veterans cemetery, a veterans national cemetery here in Vancouver. Kind of like, not to the extent of Arlington National Cemetery, but it is for veterans of, foreign wars who've died and would like to be buried in a government-owned cemetery. So I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to maybe go in there one of these days before I leave this area, if I leave this area, which is kind of getting more iffy by the day, because I can't find a place. I can be able to find a place till I get there, and I'm not just gonna move there without a place. I'm not gonna be one of those homeless people who lives out of their fucking car. But ever since I've started doing Uber Eats, I've actually a lot happier. It's been a lot better for my mental health. So I'm not so eager to get the hell out of here anymore. But kind of a catch-22. So Ramon Laureano. I do have the paper right here. Donovan Solano. Remember him from a couple years ago when he came out? He was like in his 30s and he had a huge breakout for the Giants. Now he's a bench warmer for the worst team in the National League, in the Cincinnati Reds. But when he does play, he is producing very well. So it's fairly obvious that Donovan Solano is going to get dealt. Where he's going to go, who knows? Maybe, perhaps Seattle. Seattle does need second base help, and Donovan Solano can play that position. That seems like the kind of move that a guy like Jerry Dipoto would make. He's not going to make any major moves. He's not going to go get Juan Soto, even though I would be so ecstatic if he did, and we definitely have the goods to do it. And I'd watched this guy on YouTube. I don't remember his name. Some baseball guy. He said that the Seattle Mariners can offer the best package, and out of the 7 teams that are in the Juan Soto sweepstakes, Seattle has the best offer, and he would take that offer, which excited me. I would love to have Julio and Juan Soto in Seattle together for the next decade. God, that'd be fantastic. But I don't think it's realistic. It's not the kind of move that Jerry Dipoto is going to make. But yes, Donovan Solano could be named to Seattle or somewhere else that needs a second baseman or a third baseman. Or just a DH, now that the DH is universal in both leagues, which is long overdue. It's about damn time. Nobody ever wanted to watch a pitcher hit. We want to watch pitchers strike people out. We want to watch pitchers pitch. We want to watch hitters hit. We don't want to watch a freaking pitcher go up there and bunt down the first base line and get thrown out. Or whatever, maybe a pitcher like Madison Bumgarner who can actually hit, a guy who can actually has the power, who can, knock one out of the park. Occasionally we might want to watch him hit, but most of the time, 9 times out of 10, 99 out of 100, we don't want to watch the pitcher hit. So it's better for baseball to not have pitchers hitting. Moving on to the pitchers. I'm trying not to ever look at the camera because they say that, it's better. But I probably, my camera's line's probably been off a few times because I haven't been looking. Anyway, to the pitchers. I only have some for Tuesday and Wednesday because Thursday, for whatever reason, over the last couple of weeks I've noticed when I'm trying to do my research that they are just not, these baseball teams are just not putting out their scheduled pitcher more than like a couple days out, which is kind of, I don't understand why, because they want their pitchers to be on a rotation, a regular rotation, but then they don't ever announce who the pitcher is, even when you're probably 90% sure it's going to be this certain guy. I don't want to go on record and say it is and be a doofus when it turns out it's someone else. So I only have 4 for you tomorrow, 2 for you on Wednesday, none for you on Thursday. A lot of people coming in here now. It's weird. So when I got here, there was nobody here. This car's probably going to go right by me. It's definitely pretty here, though. They definitely keep it nice and well manicured. Well, I'm sure they got lots of money. You can tell they have lots of money. The cemetery does. Very well funded by private donors, I'm sure. Or it could maybe by the Russian mob. There's a very heavy Russian population in this town, and I'm just completely just speculating. I'm probably, hopefully, don't end up dead in a dumpster for that one. But yeah, pitchers for Tuesday. Let's get off. I'm getting very distracted. It's already 17 minutes. Tuesday pitchers in order, chronological appearance from first pitch. The first game of tomorrow, Keegan Thompson of the Cubs versus the Pirates. Keegan Thompson is pitching pretty well. Last start was not great, but the Pirates are not great either. Keegan Thompson should have a good day. And I was right. I was very right on my Justin Steele prediction last week, too. So let's hope I can be right on the Cubs again. Hunter Green of the Reds versus the Marlins. Huge strikeout potential. Definitely feast or famine. But again, the Marlins are an offense that he should be able to capitalize on successfully. Mitch White. I like Mitch White of the Dodgers versus the Nationals. Other than Juan Soto, who probably isn't going to be in the Nationals uniform much longer, there's really nobody in Washington that really is to be worried about. Nationals are definitely trending down. Have been trending massively down since their World Series. And then George Kirby is back in the majors for the Mariners versus the Rangers. George Kirby is a pitcher who could very much be on the move in any Juan Soto trade, if a Juan Soto trade were to happen between Washington and Seattle. Personally, I'm hoping that we keep... There's a pitcher, Emerson Hancock is a pitcher that we've got in the minors who is also being thrown around as a possible one. I think I would rather keep Hancock, deal Kirby. Hopefully, also would like to see if we could maybe get Kyle Lewis in a trade to Washington. I think that would kind of help ease the transition a little bit more for Washington Nationals fans, because Kyle Lewis is a very talented young outfielder himself. The problem with Kyle Lewis is he cannot stay healthy. And so he can become Washington's problem. We can have Soto, Julio, Haniger in the outfield. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with moving off Kyle Lewis if it means getting Juan Soto. But George Kirby versus the Rangers at home. All 4 of these pitchers on Tuesday, tomorrow, are pitching at home. For Wednesday, I've got my top streamer for probably the entire week. Someone I picked up like Friday, I think, for this particular start. Braxton Garrett of the Marlins. He has been pitching outstanding. He's living up to the hype that has accompanied him throughout his entire professional career. He'll be facing the terrible Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati. I really like him as my top streamer for the week. I'm gonna boldly predict that on Monday. And then Jansen Junk Jansen Junk. What a freaking name. Jansen Junk of the Angels at the Kansas City Royals. Fantastic name for a pitcher. I love it. I never heard of this kid until today. I absolutely love that name. So I'm hoping he succeeds. Hopefully not for the Angels, though. But, tomorrow, I want him to be good tomorrow because I like to be right. So I hope that he's successful tomorrow. And then maybe gets a Tommy John surgery or something, and then the Angels trade him to someone else, and he succeeds there instead of with the Angels. That's best case scenario. But yeah, okay. Just embarrassing myself. I feel like this was a low quality video today. I apologize. Hopefully you enjoyed the scenery, because you definitely didn't enjoy the quality of the conversation. Peace, love, and nacho fries. Stay blessed. Namaste. Good luck.